Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my vlog. This is the third episode of my vlog, and my name is Ametha Williams. And if you did not join me for episode 1 or episode 2, I'd just like to say this is my attempt to basically record myself and document my progress through this weight loss journey. Back in March of this year, March 24th of this year, I started my weight loss journey. And when I started, I was at 335.9 pounds. Since then, I have lost a total of about 60 to 61 pounds. And so I'm trying to make sure that I stay on the path that I started back in March. Right now, I'm going through a bit of a rough patch because I've hit a plateau, and this is nothing new. If you've been on a weight loss journey before, you know that sometimes, your body hits a plateau and it's almost hard as I don't know what in order to get you off of that particular plateau. But I'm just thankful that I haven't gained any pounds, but I am very frustrated right now, so I'm not going to lie about that. I've had a couple of setbacks in the past. One of the setbacks that I've had recently is my body's doing this weird thing where, you know, I mentioned it in the previous vlog, where my cycle is kind of irregular, and so it isn't it isn't doing what it normally does. For instance, I have a period where sometimes my cycle lasts for 4 to 5 days, and then I'm back to normal within a week, and then my weight loss continues. But this past week, I'm still on my cycle, and I've had one of these experiences before where it tends to last longer than the average 4 to 5 days that I'm used to, and that's currently what I'm experiencing now. So I have managed to weigh myself during this um, unconventional cycle, because it's not like the regular cycles that I'm used to. And the good news is there isn't any weight gain, but the bad news is there isn't any weight loss either. So I'm just trying to let whatever's going on run its course. And I'm still sticking to my caloric deficit. I'm making sure I eat between 1,000 and 1,200 calories a day in order to maintain the weight that I am now. But I'm hoping and I'm praying that soon this cycle will go off and I will go back to losing weight, which is what I want to do. And I guess I'm just tired of hitting snags. And I know that for everyone, the journey is different. But for me, it's like this is something that happens over and over again. And I'm just trying not to lose my faith in what I'm doing right now, because I don't want to go back to the overeating and the overindulging. I want to stay on the path that I'm on, and I want to see it through to the end. My goal is to lose 100 pounds, and that's what I want to do. I want to lose that 100 pounds because, I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired of constant yo-yoing. I'm ready to get at a weight that I'm comfortable with, and I'm ready to move on past this whole weight thing, because as long as I can remember, it's been an issue for me. Food has been a weakness of mine. It hasn't been drugs, it hasn't been sex, it hasn't been me being a workaholic or anything else. It's always been food. And food is the only thing that isn't really frowned upon in society as an addiction. I mean, you have the fat positivity, the body positivity movement, where people who get fat shame, they have a place to go. They have what they call a safe space to go into where they feel at home and all of this. But if a person smokes, people feel okay to shame them for their smoking. If they drink, you can't drink and drive. That's against the law. That's horrible. No drinking, no driving, or else that's jail time. If you're a sex addict, you need to get your life together, man or woman. You have no self-control. You're powerless. You're just horny. You know, you can be shamed for everything. But food is one of the only necessary things that people, they really don't shame people for anymore. Now, back in the day, because I remember back in the day, remember, I told you in the first episode, I know what it's like to grow up and be ridiculed. I was almost 300 pounds in high school. And by the time I made it to the sixth grade, I was 150 pounds. And I was about maybe 10 or 11 years old. So I've been heavy all my life. And right now, I'm just ready to stop being heavy and start being healthy. And like I said, if the body positivity movement is your thing, go with what you know. That's fine for you. But for me, being over 300 plus pounds in my 40s is not a goal that I'm trying to reach. It's the opposite. And the smaller I get, the more I can move, the better I feel. Before, there was a period, I know at least 6 months plus, where when I was over 300 pounds, I could not feel my legs below my knees. And I'm not making this up. I literally, every morning, I had to lift my legs up one by one as I was getting out of bed because I couldn't feel them. So it was hard to move them. And every night I would just be rubbing and massaging my calves, massaging my feet, because my feet at some point, they looked like somebody had pumped them up full of air. They were that big. And I couldn't even fit into my shoes. And it just hurt to try to walk. It hurt to try to move. And I was, you know, I would cry every night. I was like, Lord, I just want to feel my feet. Jesus, please let me feel my feet. I just want to be able to move and feel my legs again. And this lasted for more than 6 plus months. So over the course of half a year, I experienced this. And it wasn't until I stepped on that scale that day in March until I realized this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to say no to the cheese balls. You're going to have to say no to the candy bars because I can eat. I mean, I can really, really eat. I just give you a snapshot into some of the stuff that I used to eat. Um, I have this craving for comfort food, and it gets really, really strong around uh, my time of the month. And so, what I would do when when I would be craving things is I would order them. I would mail order them. I'd get them through Amazon, and see they had these specials on these cheese balls, and they come in a barrel. So I would order 2 barrels of cheese balls. And then once they got to my house, what I would do is I would take an empty ice cream bucket because I love to eat. So I would take an empty ice cream bucket and I would fill it up with cheese balls. And then whatever sweet cereal that I happen to have in the house, whether it would be Honey Nut Cheerios, whether it would be Trix, whether it would be Corn Pops or something fruity, like I said, Trix or Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops was my go-to. So I would fill it up with cheese balls, the ice cream bucket, and then I would pour Fruit Loops on top of that. And then I would go and I'd get a can of soda. And by the way, I used to put away at least 3 cans of soda in a day. And that was me, being light, not wanting to drink too much. That was me, kind of going easy on it. But on a good day, it would be anywhere between 5 to 6. And so I would eat this ice cream bucket of cheese balls and Fruit Loops and drink these sodas like I was drinking water. And I would do this sometimes 2-3 times a day. And that would be just snacking. And I love candy. So Jolly Ranchers was my go-to candy. Snickers was the second thing that I would go to if I had it. And so what I would do is I would buy like 2-3 bags of Jolly Ranchers. And one time I put away a bag of Jolly Ranchers without even thinking about it. I was just sitting on the couch watching TV, and next thing I know, that bag of Jolly Ranchers was gone. But it didn't hit home until I couldn't feel my feet. I couldn't feel my legs below my knees. And that's when I made a conscious decision to do something about it. And when I started, I cut out the sugar. I cut out the excess soda pop, especially the soda pop. I started drinking water. I minimized the amount of snacks that I ate. At first, I just went cold turkey. I stopped the snacks, the candy, the cookies, the chips. And within a week, I had lost 10 pounds just by cutting out candy, soda, cookies, and chips. Just by eating regular food and cutting that stuff out, I had lost 10 pounds in 1 week. So it can be done. I know because I've done it multiple times. But right now, these are the times that make it hard. These are the times where I have to go back and dig deep down inside myself and say, you can do this because you've done it before. So don't give up. There are a lot of things that I have tried, and some I've succeeded with. But this is one of those things that I have yet to succeed at. And I'm really hoping that this time it's a go for me. I'm getting older. And with the ailments that come with age, I don't need weight to be one of those things that add to it. If anything, I want to be healthier now than I ever was. And that won't happen if I can't get my cravings under control, if I can't get my weight under control. I've accepted the fact that I've lost a lot of years dealing with this. There are a lot of opportunities that I missed out on because I couldn't get myself under control. And right now, I'm tired of things slipping past me and life moving past me. And if getting my weight under control is one way to take back some of the things that I've given up, then that's what I'll do. But I'm not going to stop trying. I'm not going to stop trying. I have a lot of insecurities, and I have had a lot of insecurities over the years. And most of it has been centered around my weight. Most of the problems that I've dealt with have been because of my weight. Everything from my poor health as an adolescent to teenager, to the yo-yo dieting and self-consciousness and low self-esteem that I've felt throughout most of my life. And I'm ready to stop existing and start living. So I'm still plugging away at this weight thing. I'm going to keep going until I'm able to get on here and tell you, well, I reached it. I finally made 100 pounds lost. I'm very thankful that I've came this far, because I've never really been this far before. I think the most I've ever lost was maybe close to this. I've always gotten close to 60 pounds. But if I can make it over this hump, because now is the time, normally in the past, where the plateau would happen and I would get frustrated. No matter what I do, that scale would not move a notch. But I can't give up now. I simply can't. And so I'm just going to ask that you guys continue to stay with me. I'm going to continue to stick with this. Like I said, this is me. This is what you get. I'm not doctored. I don't have a perfect Colgate smile, as you can see. The direct result of living, as well as not eating properly. I mean, I'm natural. The hair is there. I'm not wearing any wigs or anything. If you're looking for somebody to, razzle dazzle you, I'm not the person. All I can tell you about is the truth and what I go through. I just hope, hey, you'll hang out and be with me. Whatever you need to ask, feel free to ask. But this is what I go through. This is what I look like. I'm not hiding anything from you. Right now, I haven't lost any weight and I haven't gained any weight, which I'll see as a plus. But I'm just praying that I get over this hump, I get over this plateau, and then we go back to moving in the right direction. Because I am maintaining my 1,000 to 1,200 calorie intake. And I can't go any lower and still be healthy. I know that. But I'm going to keep on trying until I'm able to get on here and tell you, well, the scale finally moved and I'm down 65 pounds or I'm down 70 pounds. But I'm going to keep on until I reach that goal. And I just hope that you'll be here with me. So until next time, I'm still plugging away. I appreciate any input you have. And I always can use your prayers. So until next time, everybody, have a good one.